Tony, in the week before the 2015 Mobile World Congress, we received a really interesting press release involving your company, u-blox, Vodafone and Huawei. This is a very powerful consortium of companies, and I believe this is something around the Internet of Things. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening?
Sure. So we've all heard about the Internet of Things and billions of devices, and I think our view is that we won't get to those billions of devices unless they can be very, very easily connected to the Internet. So one hop, as it were, between the device and the Internet. And in order to do that, we've got together with Vodafone and Huawei to define some new standards which make that efficient and cost effective. There are three things that we need to deal with here to really make this happen. One of them is cost. So the terminal cost and the infrastructure operating costs need to be very, very low in order that everyone can get a benefit out of it. Another one we need to handle is in-building penetration. So the radio needs to be designed to allow those links to meters in the basement and things like that. And the third thing we need to address is quality of service. And the quality of service point is addressed by using licensed spectrum from the carriers.
And so what are the benefits of this new standard that you're developing?
It's very efficient on the radio link, so that means that we can get the radio signals down to meters in basements and things like that. It sits within the spectrum allocated for 4G or 2G, so the operators can make it work at the same time as their existing cellular systems do, so it's sufficient for them. And the silicon area for the terminal equipment is very small, so the cost of the terminal equipment can be very low. GSM terminal modules are $5 to $10. This needs to be less than $5.
So will this new standard be developed and promoted globally so that other companies can join in and support it?
Absolutely, the key word standard. So this is not a cartel between Vodafone, Huawei and u-blox. This is a demonstration of our proposals for a new standard that's going through the standards making process in 3GPP. And so what we want to see is our competitors adopting this standard, we want to see other carriers adopting this standard, and we want to see other infrastructure manufacturers adopting this standard.
And does the new standard have a name, Tony?
Yeah, absolutely. Cellular IoT.
So I believe you've already gone past concept stage and you actually have a working demo here at Mobile World Congress. Can you tell us what that's doing?
So what we've got here is a meter from a partner of ours, Camstroop. This is a water meter, and we're running that live here. So there's a tank of water on the left, it's being pumped through the water meter, and it's kind of in accelerated time, okay? And then behind you, we've got a sort of console showing the way that the meter readings are being gathered. But in the meter, we've got a module from u-blox incorporating the new technology in a form factor kind of this size, and that's talking over the radio on the new air interface standard to a Huawei base station at the back of the booth. The only thing that's non-real is that we've turned the clock up so that we can do 10 years in 4 days. Because a key thing is power consumption. So if we turn the clock up, do 10 years in 4 days, then we can show people that we really can run this thing on a battery for 10 years. And that's the other benefit of this new technology, very low power consumption.
So what actual u-blox technology is in the demo that we're looking at here, Tony, and how does that fit in with u-blox roadmap?
So in here, there's a module from u-blox. It's a couple of centimeters less, centimeter by a centimeter size. And that's physically identical to our cellular modules, 2G, 3G, 4G. So what we've done, effectively, is we've removed our GSM module and we've inserted a module, form factor compatible, which implements the new standard. So u-blox provides location, so we know where the meter is. It provides wide area communications, cellular communications, 2G, 3G, 4G, and the new standard, and also Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So what we are is a component supplier that can feed our products, our components, into things like meters or cars or containers. And this is just one aspect of our business. What we're doing here, however, is we're defining with Vodafone and Huawei and others a new standard. So we're moving u-blox to the front of the industry.